So we have startups and we have larger companies, and we also have corporate innovation labs for very large corporates. And we try to create a dynamic environment where people always are exposed to new ideas and new people. So the idea is that you should come to Epicenter and it should be like a cool tech conference every day. And if you have any more questions afterwards, feel free to contact me. But I'm not the center of attention today. It is our pleasure to host you, Mina. Thanks for coming. And well, people know you, I believe, in the audience, but we know you as not only a professional in software, agile software development, but perhaps more interesting in this case, also a swimming champion.
Yes, exactly.
And we're looking forward to hear your story. So an applause for Mina. Thank you for taking us.
Once upon a time, I was a swimmer. I was a good swimmer. At the age of 14, I was a Serbian youth champion in breaststroke swimming. I really loved swimming. Swimming was an important part of my life, a very important hobby, but it was still just a hobby. So at the age of 15, my priorities have changed. I stopped swimming and closed that door. I focused on other things in life, like computer science. 20 years ago, I entered the beautiful world of software development. I'm still in it. I work as a development manager at FAS Front Arena, where I develop high-performance financial systems for electronic trading. I also got married and got 3 wonderful kids. So my life felt fulfilled. At least I believed so. Because when these 3 wonderful kids started swimming, I have started thinking about my own swimming. Once a week, I was sitting there at the stands, watching them swimming, and I was thinking more and more about my own swimming. I was breathing chlorine. It was like a drug for me. Some months have passed, even years, and one day I decided I must start swimming again. So, after 27 years long break, I opened that door. I was swimming and I was happy, but just for a short period of time. Because as soon as I have started swimming, I have started thinking about all my competitions and about all my medals that I got. Yes, I know, it's completely wrong way of thinking. Do you know what the modern psychology says? Effort should be rewarded, not the results. So I should have been happy just with my swimming trainings. But, you know, if you were standing there and then winner stands once and were receiving medals, you want to get there again, believe me. It's just the way how it is, and the modern psychology does not help. So I decided to start competing again, now in my mature age, as a master swimmer. As you could notice, I'm a dreamer, but I'm a realistic person also. So I was aware I'm not faster now compared to the 27 years ago. But hopefully I'm smarter. So maybe I can find some good strategy in order to achieve my goal. And my goal was to get at least 1 gold medal at the Swedish National Championships in Master Swimming. At the same time, I received excellent lessons on business model innovations at Innovations 360 Group. Thanks, Jens. So I was a little bit inspired, and I was thinking, master swimming market is market like any other market. So I performed the S-curve analysis in order to see the maturity of the market, if it is still in embryonic stage, growth, mature, or aging. Master swimming has started for 15, maybe 20 years ago. At the beginning, there were just several master swimmers competing, but nowadays it's becoming more and more popular. Probably it's because of all those new type of sports like swimrun, Ironman, and etc. So, master swimming market is in its growth phase, somewhere here. Who are the entrants on the markets? We have former swimmers. We have former athletes. People who are doing some other type of sports and got injured and turned to swimming, or maybe people who want to prepare for swimrun or Ironman. So they are swimming as well. And we have also new swimmers, people who discovered the beauty of swimming now as adults. A lot of competitors on the market, right? And I was trying to imagine how competition would look like. Something like this, swimming in the sharks. And we are going to fight against each other for the same share of the marketplace, medals. So the water in the swimming pool is going to get rid of such a bloody competition. Do you know how is it called? It's called Red Ocean Strategy. And many companies are doing the same thing. They are competing in an existing market space, and the goal is to beat the competition, to have the best product. But is it really realistic for me to beat competition? To beat all those tough iron women who are training 5 times a week? You know, I don't have a possibility to train that much. I have a full-time job, 3 kids, 1 husband. I mean, so many things to take care of. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be much nicer to swim like this dolphin in a blue water, to create uncontested market space and make the competition irrelevant and get medals? What do you think? Is it possible? Yes, if you apply this strategy called the Blue Ocean Strategy, proposed by Professor René Mauborgne and Chan Kim. I've applied it, and it resulted in a literary winning concept. So here it is, my swimming in the blue ocean story. As recommended, I've started with a strategy canvas. I wanted to create a strategy value curves for my competitors and to see in which competing factors they invest and how much they invest offering level. I have chosen the following competing factors: training hard, freestyle distances, short distances, meaning 50 or 100 meter, middle long distances, meaning 2 on 400 meter, long distances, 800 meter and 1,500, and not my best discipline category means that if you are, for example, a breaststroke swimmer as I am, that you compete in butterfly distances. Form swimmers, they're training hard, oh yes, even if they don't admit that, their trainings are really very tough from normal people perspective. Freestyle distances, yes, they love them. Regardless what is their main discipline, usually they are very good at the freestyle distances. Short distances, oh, they love them because they're so fast, so they get a lot of medals in short distances. Middle long distances, not very much. Long distances, so-so, as well, not my best discipline. Do you know why they don't invest in middle long distances? It's a pure psychological reason. You know, if you were a good swimmer once, and now as master swimmer, your time differs compared to your best time ever. And that difference grows exponentially from short distances to middle long distances. But then after that starts dropping. So the biggest difference is for middle long distances. And they don't want to face that fact. They're thinking, we are already getting the medals in the short distances, and we don't want to swim middle long distances and face the fact that we are really bad nowadays. So that's why it's important that each company should have a psychologist or anthropologist who analyze the competitor's behavior and way of thinking. Let's take a look at the strategy value curve of former athletes. Training hard, yes, even if they're not only swimming, they're running, cycling, going to gym, usually they're training hard. Freestyle distances, yes, because usually they can just crawl. Short distances, yes, they're investing a lot in short distances. Middle long distances, not very much. But they like long distances because usually they're in a good shape, so they're capable to swim 800 and 1,500 meters. Not my bad discipline, not very much, because usually they can just crawl. New swimmers, training hard, so-so. Freestyle distances, yes, because usually as a new swimmer, you start with a crawl course, so you can just crawl. Short distances, yes, because it's the easiest to swim just 50 meters. Middle long distances, no, usually they're not capable to swim those distances, neither long distances, neither not my best discipline. Do you see some trends here? All those strategy value curves converge in the same manner. So if I create my value curve, to converge in the same way, what will that mean? It will mean that I'm going to compete around the same competing factors as they do, and that I'm going to end up in a red ocean. It is said, each good strategy has three important elements: focus, compelling tagline, like Apple has think different, and divergence. So in order to create your blue ocean, your value curve has to diverge from the other value curves. How can you achieve to create divergence in your value curve? By applying something that is called 4 actions framework. You go from each competing factor, and for each competing factor, you decide if you should reduce it, eliminate that, raise, or create. And then in order to create a new value curve. Now we will see how I applied this 4 action framework in order to create my strategy value curve. Starting from training hard. It's not possible for me, as I said, 3 kids, 1 husband, no time to train hard. So I will reduce this factor. Freestyle distances. Everyone is investing in freestyle distances. I will eliminate that completely from my strategy. The same goes for short distances. But middle long distances, look at this beauty. No one is investing in middle long distances. I will raise that factor. Not my best discipline. I will create a new mindset that even if I'm a breaststroke swimmer, I can compete in some other disciplines. You know, it's a psychologically very tough decision, but I decided to do that for the sake of the good strategy. So I got the following strategy value curve, and I got even a compelling tagline, swimming in the blue ocean. But if I don't swim breaststroke distances, which distances should I swim? I've tried to find the sweet spot on the market by analyzing resulting list of the competitions for the same year, as well as starting lists. And for this competition, I found out that 1 and 200 meter backstroke and 200 meter butterfly was sweet spot on the market. There were not many people investing in that. I'm done now with my strategy. I've analyzed the market, I found the sweet spot on the market, created my strategy value curve. Am I done now? No. I've just analyzed the market, but I haven't analyzed myself. What can I offer to that market? What is my main value proposition according to the Osterwalder's business model canvas? As a former swimmer, I can swim all 4 swimming techniques. And I can also swim all distances, theoretically. Is it really realistic for me to swim all those 3 selected distances? In order to find the answer on that question, I've applied the Brio framework. So when you find a sweet spot on the market, before you decide if your should company go for that, you ask 4 simple questions. The first one is that valuable? Does it create any value? You don't want to invest in something, in some product or service, which will not create the value on the market. Is it rare? You want to be sure that there are not other competitors who are investing in the same type of product. Can it easily be imitated? The answer should be no, because you don't want that other people are coming up with the same ideas. And the final question is can the organization exploit it? So if you get answers yes, yes, no, yes on these 4 questions, then you decide I should go for that. So in my case, I start with 200 meter fly. Does it create value? Yes, it will lead to medal. Is it rare? Yes, not many swimmers investing in that. Can it easily be imitated? No, it really requires a lot of training. Can organization exploit it? Meaning in my case, am I capable to do that? Unfortunately not. It really requires hard training in order to swim 200 meter fly. 200 meter backstroke. Valuable? Yes. Rare? Yes. Easily imitated? No. Can I swim that? Yes. I will go for that. 100 meter backstroke. I got the same answers, so I selected to swim 100 meter backstroke. Now, when I have selected my disciplines, I was thinking, but How should I train? How should I prepare myself for that competition? So I applied SWOT analysis on myself in order to find my strengths and weaknesses and threats in the market. Strength is, of course, I'm a former swimmer, so for me it's very easy to swim. What is the weakness? You know, it's that backstroke turn, because it has changed a lot during the last 27 years. When I was a child, we were just swimming like backstroke, you hit the wall and turn. But nowadays, you're swimming backstroke, and then before you hit the wall, you have to turn on the stomach and make a half flip turn. And I'm not very good at that, so it's my weakness. What are the threats on the market? Maybe there are some other smart girls performing the same market analysis. And now, we are approaching to the final step in my strategy. It's not part of the Blue Ocean strategy, but it's part of my life philosophy. And I call it for minimum viable effort. In order to illustrate that principle, I will tell you, when I have started with the master swimming, there were some other swimmers who started at the same time. And usually they were saying, now I'm going to train as much as possible, and I will see what the result will be. But I'm not thinking it that way. Usually, when I set some personal or professional goal in my life, I'm thinking like that. I am here, and here is the goal that I want to reach. What is the minimum effort which I should invest in order to reach my goal? Because I don't want to invest unnecessary energy, and in this way, I'm saving energy for some other hobbies and things in life. So coming back to my case, what was the most important in order to get a medal? To swim as fast as possible? No, because the market analysis showed that my time was good enough. So what is the most important? Not to get disqualified. Because if I get disqualified, I'm not going to get a medal. So my main focus in my strategy was on practicing turns instead of training hard. So I was practicing the backstroke turns, and then I competed at the Swedish National Championships in Master Swimming, 2015. How did it go? What do you think? Did I get any return of investment? Yes, I got my medals. And I was so happy because I managed to link my innovative strategy to the value. And it's very important. Every time when you are innovating, you should not innovate just for innovation's sake. You should create value. Your innovation should create some value. So I was happy with my strategy, and I wanted to apply it for another competition. But I was aware about that sweet spot of the market. It's shrinking and moving all the time. So before each competition, I should perform the completely new market analysis. And I performed that for another competition in 2016, and do you know what I found out? At that time, I could swim my breaststroke distances. So I was swimming in the red ocean. But do you know why? Because the market analysis showed that I was one stroke ahead of the competition. And that's the message. You don't always have to search for blue oceans and create blue oceans. You can stay in your red ocean, but only if you're really, really sure that you are one stroke ahead of the competition, which is usually not the case. I'm going now to wrap up my talk with this nice blue-red ocean strategy comic written by one of my sons, Simon, 9 years old. So he got inspired by my swimming in the blue ocean story and spontaneously did this nice comic. And when I saw it, I was so impressed how a child captured the essence of blue ocean strategy thinking. Now we are going to go through the comic. There are two guys coming at the swimming pools. There is blue ocean pool with only 3 swimmers inside, and red ocean pool with many swimmers inside. And the first guy is saying, I'm good at swimming in the red ocean. And it's exactly the mindset that many companies are doing. We have always been developing those type of products or services, entering those markets, and we are just keep doing that. But the another guy is saying, but wait, he has another mindset. And then first the guy is a little bit surprised, and he says, why? Why should I wait? And then the second guy says, because there's so many in the red ocean. And additionally, he says, usually people believe that they are good in the red ocean, and there are just few of them which are good at creating blue oceans. Why is it difficult to create a blue ocean? Because we have to make that shift in focus from competing against each other to creating. And additionally, I can say blue ocean strategy is usually cheaper compared to the red ocean strategy. You can calculate by yourself. Was it cheaper for me just to practice backstroke turns or to train 5 times a week? So, blue oceans ahead. And I hope I will be swimming in my blue ocean once again, at least one more time. Thank you.
That was a great story, Mina. Any
Thank
thoughts
you.
or comments? Yeah.
Do you have any questions? How you should analyze your markets and create blue oceans? Yes, please.
Was it difficult to gather data in order to do the analysis?
No, everything is available on the internet, so it was really very easy. But I'm saying, I think it's the one of the main point in this story is that mindset. Because since we were children, we are taught like that. If you want to be, to conquer the market, you have to be the best one. You have to compete against each other and be the best one to create the best product. And no one told you maybe you can conquer the market by creating something new. So I think it's much more that mindset that you are approaching the problem from that way. Maybe my company can be very successful, although we are not best on the market, we don't create the best products, but we are good enough and we have created a new market space. Some more questions?
I want to ask the audience here, who of you are thinking of new ways to apply blue ocean strategy to things in your life? I certainly am.
Because I have already been discussing this story with some other swimmers who are really those former swimmers, very, very good, and they said, oh, it's a nice story, but I'm just continue doing what I have been doing. But I think that's the point with the mindset. So, and at the end, I can just additionally say that one of the co-authors of the Blue Ocean Strategy is Professor Renée Mauborgne. She is professor at INSEAD, the Institute in Paris, in France. In fact, she contacted me when she heard about my story. So now we are trying to do some projects together. So you're very welcome. If you have heard about Blue Ocean story, or you have some good example, both from your life or, private or professional, please come back to me, send me email, and then I can introduce you to Professor Renée Mauborgne. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you for your time.
That was splendid. Yeah. Feel free to stick around if you have any thoughts or comments or questions. Thanks, I'll help you.